Hey guys, this is Almighty Hydra, attempting another audio commentary. This time I'm commentating on the OSL round of 8. This is set 2 in Group D between Stork and Best. And we have Stork here in purple. He is 1-0 up, and he is starting at the 5 o'clock position. And Best is in green at the 11 o'clock position. His map is Troy, which is the one with the neutral assimilators. They're cleverly built, such that if you destroy them, small units, not even small units, can get through the gap. But when the assimilators are still up, even an ultralist can get through. So an annoying tactic is you can go and destroy your opponent's assimilators and he's locked in his base. Anyway, this map is made for some actually quite interesting games, and it's the map which has brought down the mighty Jadong. Which is something I'm glad to see, because he's looking totally invincible, and I read it like a one player just keeps winning all the time. Speaking of that though, Stork is also quite a dominating force. He's particularly good at Protoss versus Protoss, so he may well go 2 up here and advance to the next round. Now this is interesting. Stork has scouted the 1 o'clock position, so he's going to not find Best there, but somehow Best has psychically managed to guess which one he is at, and sees here that Stork has put down one gateway and his assimilator. I think that's another pylon over there. I think it's something called just jet. Right. In the meantime though, Best has gone for a double gateway build, but I don't think that's going to be very effective due to the map positions. Oh, that was a cyber core. I don't think that the Zealot Rush is going to be very effective due to the large distance between the two bases. Excuse me. Now, finally Stork has found Best space on the second try. Sees the 2 gateways. I don't know how he's going to react to this, probably by putting down a forge and some cannons, I hope. But as I say, the large map positions may not worry Stork too much. If he can get a Dragoon out, he can hold Best Zealots at the assimilated choke. So it's not really a problem. Well, not a lot to say at the moment, so I'll just make a couple of recommendations. Do check out all the usual commentators like Moltrap, who has done some commentary on Nada versus Mine, and hopefully he plans to have some more out soon. Hopefully triple commentaries with Diggity and Klazard. There's also a lot of new commentators out from sc2gg.com. Do go and check that site out. Also, they're looking for teachers, by the way. If you are a good SC player, they need you to teach their underlings on the SC 101 program. But anyway, also check out their assistant commentators, people like Redline, Lost Wraith, Breath, and that lot. Can't remember any others. Blade of Fire. Yeah, they're all very good up and coming commentators, much better than I am anyway. But this is my first one that I'm going to release, so I hope you'll bear with me. Dragoon there from Best has now finished off Stork's scouting probe, and Stork is preparing to get his Reavers out. He's going robotics facility up in his second gateway, guarding his ramp. Both players guarding the ramp with about 3 units. Not much is going to happen at the moment. It's kind of phase of the game where you really want to keep your APM up to look professional, but you just have nothing to do. Anyway, we have 3 Dragoons now up for Stork, and Best hanging around in the middle with a probe. I don't know what that's all about. He's also getting his robotics facility up. Both robotics facilities seem to be finishing roughly at the same time. It's a shame we haven't got the little resource meters that we had in the other game I commentated on. Well, tried to anyway, commentate on, which one was it? Can't remember now. It was one of the other OSL games anyway, they had the resource meter. Oh, there it is! It's now up. Not that I can see it at all. Let me try the full screen view 1 second. Actually, I'm not going to do that because I need to just keep an eye on my microphone. I kept clipping in my previous commentary. The robotic support bay and the observatory for Stork, and I think that there's just the robotic support bay, no observatory yet, seems, for best. But no doubt that will come soon. So both players probably going to go for some shuttle Reaver combinations. Very effective in Protoss versus Protoss. Indeed, a good Reaver micro often win you the game just because you can destroy so many units. But if you catch your opponent off guard and manage to take down his shuttle with the Reavers in it, with or without the Reavers in it, really, it can be very devastational. We have... Sorry, I meant devastating, obviously. Be very devastating. Because then the opponent's Reaver is just free to wreak havoc on your men. Now, Stork's Reaver is crawling out to the front of the base. He's fully armed, ready to go, and Best has formed a nice wall of ground units. He's got his shuttle out. Interesting, I haven't seen a shuttle yet for Stork, so I don't know quite what he's going to do. He's now putting down his expansion and a third gateway. Best, I think, is also putting down his expansion, and can't see. If they scroll up a bit, here we go, yep, here comes the probe. He's going to put down his expansion, but he's going to be quite far behind Stork in terms of getting that expansion up and running. But he will be able to make up for that with a superior military count. But with this map distance, it doesn't look like the two forces plan on engaging each other very soon, except here comes Best. Best is now moving out with his shuttle. He's got about 12 ground units and a shuttle with a Reaver in it. It's going to be spotted by Stork's observer. Stork preparing to defend against this. He's got his Reaver nicely arranged with a hole there. Notice he's deliberately put a hole between his two Dragoons, the one next to the pylon and then the ones on the left of those, so that the Scarabs don't do something stupid and fail to work properly. Immediately Stork tries to target the shuttle, is what he needs to do. A Reaver shot goes off, takes out a couple of Dragoons, and Stork is just bleeding Dragoons here. He's almost lost his Reaver. He's going to lose his Reaver. Stork has lost his Reaver and he's outnumbered here on Dragoons, and also Best has a couple of Zealots. This is looking very bad for Stork. I don't know quite how he plans to hold this off. He's bringing out his probes. The probes are doing a good job of harassing, but there are 2 Zealots and 2 Dragoons. Another Reaver is hatched in the main base there, and they push the offending Zealots back, but targeting the pylon at the front. I don't think that's going to particularly hurt Stork though, because he's really short on supplies. Although Best has still not got that expansion down, and Stork's Nexus is now up. 1 second, I just need to avoid the clipping. We have... Hang on, it's still too loud. Let's try that. That was a good victory for Best, but Stork has now repelled the attack. He's quickly reinforcing his front door, and he's got another observer coming out. I don't know if that was Best observer or Stork's observer. We have to wait till they click on one of the units to see which one they're using. As the yellow tags and which one have the red tags. Right, so Stork has been given the red tags. That was actually Best observer. He's in the base, so we can see everything that Stork's up to here. Good shot, good Reaver shot there by Stork. Lands right on the enemy Reaver. So Best's Reaver doesn't have much health left, but but again, Best has succeeded in taking down the Reaver, and another shot from the Reaver takes down several probes. Stork has lost several probes, and Best is just piling the pressure on here, doing very well. Carelessly loses his shuttle though, and the Reaver's going to go down because it's previously damaged.